Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today I'm going to be doing a Guess the Palette collab with Arye Lynet here on YouTube. Arye is mostly known on his Instagram for doing the most amazing palette designs. I'll put up a few right here. They are so unique and different. Every single palette that he creates is just amazing and I want them to be real. Somebody needs to give Arye a collab because he would truly create the most amazing and memorable collection of all time. He is beyond talented, he is such an artist, and I'm so happy that we're doing this collab together. And I'm not too sure who invented this idea, but we basically have to guess the palette based on swatches. Also, if you see me looking at my phone, I'm just going to be looking at the swatches on here, so I'm going to open up the email with the swatches. I haven't actually seen these swatches at all. Alright, I'll move a little bit over here so I can put the swatches up here. So the first one is this palette. It looks like a 5-pan mauvey palette. So, what are we thinking? This could be a few things, but my mind immediately goes to the Dose of Colors, what's it called? Macon Mauves? Mauve something. I actually used to own that palette, so I'm fairly sure it's that one. I'm going to lock in my answer as the Dose of Colors Mauve palette. Not too sure on the exact name though. Also, we selected swatches that aren't necessarily the brand's swatches and just from random people. So the next palette is this one. It looks like a rainbow palette. You think me, who is pretty well versed in colourful makeup, would immediately be able to tell you which palette this is, but I'm actually like, what is this? This one has like 2 shimmers, it looks like. No, 3. The shimmers don't look that good, no shade, but that don't look that good to me, at least in the swatches. I think that this is the DJ's Boutique. I don't know the name of like that brand, but they came out with a palette which was like a Christmas palette, and it was kind of like, it had those blues and it had a bit of orange in there, and it had like at least one half of this palette, so I'm gonna say it's the DJ's Unique Boutique. DJ's Unique Boutique? I think that's their name. Not too sure of the name of the palette, but I think it's that one. Alright, palette number 3, this one. Ooh. Okay, so we've got 2 hot pinks. I feel like this is a curveball because my first thought was this is the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette. However, recently Artist Couture came out with a palette that was in a collaboration with some DJ. It was a really fucking weird collab now that I think about it. And it was basically a colour story that they've done already, and the pans were like this weird fucking diamond shape and it was really annoying. Those 2 hot pinks look identical. Like, come on, they're the exact same. This is turning into Skye roasting eyeshadow palettes. But also it could be the Artist Couture, oh, what was it called? I know Tyra has that palette, 100 Palettes Later. It's not the Supreme Nudes, it's the other one. It has a similar colour story to this one too. But I think my guess is going to be the Artist Couture collab with that DJ. Again, I don't remember the name of the palette, but it's the one with the diamond pans, and it was a really fucking weird collab, like I said earlier, but I think it's that one. Hang on, how many pans does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a 12 pan. The Artist Couture one is a 9 pan. I think this is the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette. Alright, palette number 4, this one. Ooh, I really like this colour story actually. It's like a nice caca type palette. You know how much I love my caca colours. It's got those grungy neutrals, but it's got a bit of greenness to it and a bit of olive. My guess is that this is the Midas Cosmetics High Times palette. I think it's that one because the colour story is pretty similar, and I'm trying to like remember. I'm trying to like memorize that palette, but I'm fairly sure this is the Midas Cosmetics High Times palette. Am I doing this well? Are you guys able to guess with me at the same time? I'm so sorry if I'm doing this fast. Okay, palette number 5, this one right here. Ooh, this is quite nice actually. Like, it's got some neutrals in it, but it's got a nice pop of like red, pink-ish. It's interesting. I really like that duochrome on like the 3rd from the top on the right hand column. Oh my god, I have no idea. So it's an 18 pan palette, and my first guess that this could be an Anastasia palette, but I don't think those are 18 pans. I do have my Anastasia palette displayed over there, but I'm not gonna pick it up because I feel like that's cheating. Like, to me, this looks like an Anastasia palette. Oh, It's not the Kali Bible palette because the Kali Bible palette does not have warm tones in it. Like, I am literally lost on this one. I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this? I feel like this could be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette, but that one has a bright purple. This one does not. Fuck. Shit. I hate this. This palette's making me angry. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm getting mad at it. I'm not gonna lock in an answer for this one because I have no idea and I'm just gonna accept the fact that I don't know that one. Alright, palette number 6. This one right here. I know what this one is immediately. I know exactly what this one is. It's got some neutrals with a bit of like coral in there. A little bit of yellow, that little pop of that yellow is quite nice actually. It's like almost a chartreuse yellow, almost, but not quite. Have you guys guessed what this one is? I know for a fact that this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. It's the Prism one, I'm fairly sure, because Prism came out for like holiday a few years ago, and it had that fun packaging with the shapes and shit. I do apologize, I had a notification. That is extremely rude. But yeah, this is the Anastasia Prism palette. Yes. I feel confident with that one. Alright, palette number 7 right here. Ooh. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, look at those metallics. This is again one of those palettes that for every shimmer in the palette there's a matte that complements it, and that is so aesthetically pleasing to me. Those metallics look so delicious. And those mattes look so nice. Like, look at the pigment on that red. So my initial thought is that this could be the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning palette, because that duochrome green with like a bit of like a warm toned base looks like the green in that palette. However, how many pans? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that palette's an 8-pan palette. I'm fairly certain that this is the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning palette. Okay, the last palette right here. Oh, not gonna lie, when I saw the thumbnail of this, I fully thought that this was the Color Shits. The Color Poo, fucking, what is that shit collection called? The fucking, the Wild Nothing palette. I fully thought it was that palette and I was like, is Arye trying to troll me right now? Is he trying to troll me? But this has more depth than that palette, so Colourpop could never. But I actually love this color story a lot. Ooh, those mattes are really nice. I like the green with the orange and that teal color. Ooh. It could be the Glamonatrix Sandra Rose palette, but that palette I believe has purples in it and this doesn't really have any purple. It can't be the Colourpop, the other palette that came out just after. What was it called? Garden Variety palette? It's not that palette, I don't think. Because again, that palette does not have that much depth. I do like this a lot. I have no idea. This is so boring. Like, I really wanna... Boring in the sense of, like, I cannot guess. Like, I cannot give you a solid answer. And I've already had that with one other palette earlier in this video, so I'm just like, Skye, can you figure your shit out? I think I'm gonna take the L on this one and say I have no idea. Oh, I feel like some of you will be screaming at your screen being like, Skye, it's this palette, but like, I don't know. Okay, so now let's look at the answers. So I'm gonna open up the email. Okay, so palette number 1 was the Marvelous Mauves palette from Dose of Colors. Yeah, I got the name wrong. What did I say it was called? I swear I called it something else, but the Marvelous Mauves palette. Yeah, I used to own that palette, and it's actually, Dose of Colors has a really good eyeshadow formula, but I don't know. That colour stories just aren't for me, but that is a really stunning palette, a really good mauve palette. Alright, answer number 2. It's the Urban Decay Wired palette. What? Wait, no, look, no! No, let me look at the swatches. No! That's the Wired palette? No! I'm just gonna move swiftly on. Alright, palette number 3. Oh my god, I think I got this one right. It's the Celestial Storm palette. I got the name confused with the Celestial Thunder because that was the smaller version, but I meant the bigger version. So I'm gonna say I got that one correct. I was really confused because Artist Couture has 2 palettes that look identical. I'll actually put pictures of the Artist Couture palettes up here so you can actually see the comparison. Like, they are the same colour stories. Alright, palette number 4 was the Midas Cosmetics High Times palette. Yes! I know Midas Cosmetics. I've never owned a palette of theirs, but I know their colour stories quite well. It's a really gorgeous palette. That metallic green gelato, that is nice. No! Ari, no, you did not do this to me. Answer number 5. The Too Faced Clover palette. I forgot this existed. Ari, I can't believe you included a Too Faced palette in this. What the fuck? I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Palette number 6 was in fact the Anastasia Prism palette. Yes, I'm glad that I got a point there, because that colour story is very iconic. And I remember thinking that I wanted this palette at one point, but like, it's so neutral for my taste, like, no. Alright, palette number 7. Yes, it was in fact the— whoa, what happened to my voice there? Was in fact the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning palette. This is such a cute colour story. I really like it. Yes, because I remember I saw beautyybyskye do a video with this palette and I was like, oh, that is a nice— because she did a look with the greens and the golds and it looked so cute. Alright, number 8. It's the— Number 8 is the BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast palette. Really? Really? Let me look at the swatches again. Wait, that's actually really nice. Cause yeah, I see it now. I see it now. I haven't looked— I've watched people do videos on this avocado toast palette, but it's not quite my thing, but this color story is really pretty. Seeing it swatched, it looks a lot better swatched than it does in the pan. I haven't looked at this palette too much because I keep eyeing the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette. I want that palette so bad, so I haven't really been paying attention to this palette specifically. But that's cute. That's a really cute palette, actually. So how many answers did I get right? I got the Give Me Glow palette, the ABH Prism, the Midas, the Dominique Cosmetics, and the Dose of Colours. So I got 5 out of 8 right. That's not too bad, but oh my god, you threw in some curveballs in there. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do check out Ari's video and his channel. They will both be linked down below. Thank you so much, Ari, for doing this collab with me. This was so much fun. I cannot wait to see your video. I'm really glad that we didn't have any palette overlaps. I was kind of worried that we might, but I feel like I tried to make it as hard as possible, but I still think it wasn't that bad. Full details of this makeup look should already be on Instagram, which is beautyybyskye right here. Do follow me on there if you want to see more makeup content from me. You can also follow me on my other social media. I have a personal Instagram, I live stream on Twitch sometimes, and my Twitter are all linked down below, along with my Ko-fi page if you'd like to tip me a coffee. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here, and as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.